Hi, my name is Shani, and welcome back to Shanificent. Today, I want to talk about why it's important to be kind and not nice, and the difference between kindness and niceness.
I think growing up, being socialized and stuff, we're really socialized to be nice and to choose the nice thing and to, oh, just be nice. And this is especially the case if you're a girl or a woman. You're really encouraged to do the nice thing, like, oh, text them back because it's a nice thing. Oh, give them a hug because that's what they wanted, do the nice thing. But I don't think that I think a lot of the time doing the nice thing isn't the most empowering thing. It's not what keeps you aligned to your truth. It's not what keeps you aligned to your authenticity. It doesn't keep you on your highest path and on the path that you need to be on and the path that will bring you the most joy and the most peace in your life. But kindness does do that. Being kind does do that. So my definition of niceness, or to be nice, is to successfully meet social expectations and norms. It means you've done the right thing. It means you've greeted someone in the way that is socially expected to greet, or like you've met the expectations in how you should greet them. You've met the expectations in how you should communicate with them. You've met their expectations in you should how you should typically make them feel or make someone feel in a social setting. So it's to me it's more of an indicator that someone has like passed the test on social norms. They've ticked the boxes. They've done the right thing. Like, yay. And that's nice. Like, it's a nice thing because it doesn't make us feel uncomfortable, at least. It doesn't make us feel weird, uncomfortable, off, like someone's they've come to the event or they've come to the function or you've met them randomly and they've done something pleasant, they've done something nice. So to be kind is to act from care in your interactions with yourself and others. So to me, kindness it indicates care-based behavior. To be kind is to act from care. And I think that care ideally begins with you first and then is extended outwards to other people. So do you see the difference there? There's a huge difference for me. Like niceness it's more like, meeting social norms, ticking social boxes. Kindness is an act of care. It's showing care through your behavior, whether that's with yourself or with other people. The reason why I think niceness is a problem, or we're not our best selves when we choose niceness over kindness, is because niceness is way more surface level. And because it's more surface level, it brings more confusion and discomfort into your life. Like, it just confuses things because it's not authentic. It's not necessarily authentic in the way kindness is. It doesn't connect you to your true self and your true desires and your true needs. And so it doesn't bring you true, like, real connections with people. It will just bring you connections with people that you might not even actually get along with. But because you were being nice and you decided you have to respond to their invite, or you have to go to their brunch or whatever, even if you don't really like them, just to be nice, it's like, okay, so now you have this connection in your life which isn't really that deep, isn't that real. This person, you don't enjoy this person that much, but you still keep them around, you still hang out with them to be nice, and where is that getting you? Every time you come back from the brunch, you're upset. You're upset you spent that amount of money with people you don't even like that much. It just takes you so far away from yourself, and that inevitably brings you unhappiness and dissatisfaction. Um, and like, I think what's tough is that we're encouraged to be nice. We're encouraged to be nice. We see niceness all over. I just watched a show literally right before this, and like one of the characters was struggling from like being too nice and like was doing the most for someone that she did not need to be doing the most for. We see it all the time in media. I say that to say we see it all the time in media. We see this example all the time. Like, niceness is promoted everywhere, niceness over kindness. And when I say niceness over kindness, I think what I'm really talking about is niceness over authenticity. Because kindness is way more real. Kindness is way deeper. Kindness requires authenticity because it requires care. And because it requires care, it also requires your heart to be open. And that is a very authentic thing, for your heart to be open. When I say your heart is open, I mean you're available for care, you're emotionally available, you're present to your emotions, you're emotionally present. So if you feel something, you are feeling it, it's not just like shut down, repressed, pushed aside. You're feeling it right then and there. Like, that's what I mean by your heart is open. And when your heart is open, you're able to show care for yourself primarily, and then show care for other people. And because of that, you can show true kindness, because kindness is about care. It's real. It's not just like, I've done the right thing, I'm a good person, I'm a good friend, I'm a good boyfriend, I'm a good whatever, I'm a good partner. um, Kindness is like, it's real. It's like, I'm doing this because I care. And actually, here's the nuance here. Like, a lot of the time, when you act out of kindness, it might not look that kind on the outside, or it might not look that kind to someone who's not you. It might not even look that kind to the person, to the person you're in the interaction with. You know. For example, like, I'll talk about texting. I'll use texting as an example because I think it's something that plagues a lot of us these days, especially those of us like under, I don't know, like 30. It plagues a lot of us. Like, it's tiring, it's exhausting. Like, a lot of us struggle with responding to text and responding on time and being available on the phone and available through text. So sometimes, a lot of the time, I see me not responding to text as an act of kindness to myself. That's how I see it. I understand that the people I'm not responding to might not see it that way, and they have every right to, and they can do that. They can feel that way if they want to feel that way. But to me, it's an act of kindness because it's an act of self-care. It's an act of care for myself. It's prioritizing my mental space, my emotional space, where I'm at. So yeah, it's an act of kindness to myself, and that's an example of something that might not look like an act of kindness. It might not look kind outside of me, but it sure does feel kind to me. I'm sorry, it feels kind to me, and I encourage everyone to move in the same way, because I think true kindness really requires you to prioritize your needs, prioritize yourself, prioritize what you need and what you want, and prioritize your peace too. I don't think we can be kind. We can be kind to someone else if we don't know how to be kind to ourselves. I don't think we can really be kind. I think that's actually niceness, and that's where things get mixed up a lot of the time. I think a lot of the time we choose niceness over kindness because we actually value what other people think of us over what we think of ourselves. So, in truth, we choose niceness over kindness because we lack self-love. We don't love ourselves enough to prioritize what's genuinely the best move for us. We don't love ourselves enough to also trust how we feel about ourselves. We don't love ourselves enough to form an opinion about ourselves, for ourselves, with ourselves. So we rely on what other people think of us to tell us who we are. And because we're relying on what other people think of us to tell us who we are, we'll do anything they want, anything we think they want, like responding to the text, like saying yes to the invite when we don't want to be there. It just keeps you out of your power. It does not keep you in your power. And when I say it doesn't keep you in your power, I mean it doesn't keep you on the path that's leading you towards being your best self and living your best life, and your best life is your most peaceful, your most joyful, your most fulfilling life. It's not fulfilling to choose niceness over kindness. It's not fulfilling to do the nice thing instead of the kind thing. And yeah, at first, doing the kind thing might feel uncomfortable because it will look like saying a lot of no's to people. It will look like disappointing people. It will feel like disappointing people, but disappointing people is just a part of life. It's just a part of life. We're all going to disappoint people. And what's the most important thing is that you satisfy yourself. You bring peace to yourself and you protect your peace. And kindness does that for you. Kindness is also powerful. Like, that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm sharing this message. Like, kindness is powerful. It's the powerful choice. It's the powerful decision. It's the powerful way to act. Why? Because kindness is heart-centered, so it aligns you to your truth and with your authenticity. Kindness aligns you with your authenticity. When you're acting from kindness, you're acting from an authentic place. And so, in acting from kindness and maybe saying no to an invite from someone who you just don't want to go there. You just don't feel good around that person. You just don't enjoy that person. So you say no. So in saying no, you actually open space to connect and to bring the right people for you into your life. So in saying no to that path, you leave space to go in this direction, and you can keep going in that direction and keep going. As you continue to choose kindness and act from kindness, you keep going down this path that's your most authentic path. So that means it's your highest path, it's your most powerful path, and it's the path you're supposed to be on. Like, it's the path you were put here on this earth to be on. And so you will end up like connecting with people who are actually for you. You'll form more authentic connections. You'll live a more authentic life. You'll do more authentic work, you know? So yeah, kindness is powerful. It's the powerful choice. It's a powerful decision. Niceness it will just bring you confusion and discomfort, and like this, it'll start feeling burdensome. That's another thing. Like, niceness can feel really burdensome because you end up doing a lot of things that you don't want to do. And like, we're actually not supposed to do things we don't want to do. Like, if something feels really tiresome, like you can't even imagine getting out of it. Like, it hurts so much to get out of bed to do it, or you're like getting ready for the function, you're getting ready for like a thing, and you're putting on makeup and it feels like a burden, it's feeling weighty, it's feeling heavy. You're not supposed to be doing that thing. And that's what acting from niceness and a life lived from niceness looks like and feels like, more importantly. That's another thing. Like, a life lived from niceness feels super different to a life lived from kindness. Like, a life lived from kindness feels, you get more and more energy coming back to you. Like, with every act or with everything you do, almost like you're getting more energy from that. You're getting re-energized. More energy to do more things that are more aligned with your path. But niceness just drains you. It just drains you because it's fake. Let's be honest, it's fake. It's fake, and fakeness drains you because it doesn't give you the energy you need. Also, like, niceness can be dangerous. It can actually be dangerous for you because it's an illusion. It's like an illusion of care. That's what niceness is. It's an illusion of care. Whew, that's an important one. Niceness is an illusion of care because, so you can think someone genuinely cares for you, or even has the capacity to care for you. Someone has the capacity to care because they do nice things, because they smile at the right times, because they're polite, because they laugh at your jokes, they laugh with you. You can think that they're safe, you know, and actually they're not safe because they're nice, they're not kind, you know. So watch out for that. That's something you should definitely watch out for. Don't value niceness, is what I'm trying to say. Don't value it. That just means they're good at social skills. That's it, okay? Which is nice. It is literally nice. It's pleasant. But what's that going to do for you when you really, like, what do you actually want out of your connections, your relationships and your connections? And is that going to offer that? Is that person capable of offering that because they smile at the right time and they laugh at your jokes? You know, what are you actually looking for in your relationships? Yeah, and then also, like, when you go down the path of niceness, you now get into this entanglement of inauthenticity with people and in your connections and in your relationships, because you did something to be nice, so now you expect them to be nice back. You expect them to also, like, meet you at this fake level of interacting and, like, come right back at you with, like, with the same level of, like, just like illusion of care, which is the same illusion of care. And then you get frustrated when they don't, or when they can't do that, or when they decide to be honest and they don't reciprocate the fake care that you chose to give them. So it's just like, none of that is helpful, none of that is powerful for you. Just this world, this mass of inauthenticity and this illusion of care. I think the main takeaway I would like you guys to take away from this is that, like, acting from kindness and being kind requires self-love. So if you feel like you don't really like yourself, you don't really know yourself, you don't really like yourself, you don't really enjoy yourself, You don't really like hanging out with yourself, maybe we should start there. I think that's where we should start. Start with getting to know yourself, you know? I preach self-awareness a lot, and I will continue to do it. Self-awareness is huge. That's what will help you form a relationship with yourself that you enjoy and that you like. Like, of course, there's so many reasons to like yourself, even though you might not feel that way. There really are. So, I would encourage you to, like, start there and go on that path, because it's you're taking so much away from yourself in not making the kind decision and doing what's best for you, because that's the most kind decision, and that's what's at the core of kindness, you know? That was everything I have to say on niceness and kindness, or at least everything I remember to say. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share the video with anyone you feel might benefit from hearing it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.